Hey everybody, Genny Jam here. Welcome to Between Frets, a space where female musicians meet and discuss all things music. I'll be hosting this episode, and Season 5 Between Frets is almost coming to a close. We have one more episode left before our season finale wrap-up. And then we're taking the summer off. So we should be back in the fall. If you have any questions, any comments, any topics, if you or you know somebody that wants to be interviewed as a guest for Between Frets, hit us up at our email, fretsistersmusic@gmail.com, or our social media at FretSisters on Instagram and Facebook. For this episode, I'm interviewing Chicago-based guitarist Kianna Cameron. So you definitely want to look at this episode because she's showing off her guitars. And we always love that, right? When they show off the gear. So next up is Kianna Cameron. Peace and love. We are back. Between Frets is pleased to announce our next guest. She's a Chicago-based guitarist, producer, and performer with styles ranging from gospel, rock, funk, and a mixture of her own world of music and sound. She has shared the stages with classic groups, the OJs and the Daz Band, and award-winning gospel artists Israel Houghton and New Breed. Please welcome Kianna Cameron. Hi.
Y'all, what's up?
What's up?
Nothing much. Like I said, I'm so grateful that y'all have me here. Yeah, excited to talk a little music.
Yeah, well, we definitely want to extend a warm welcome, Fret Sisters Between Frets, for you to join us. We're happy to have you here, and we want to know more about you. Definitely like we want to expose the female musicians out there, making a difference. And just by looking at your work and just your presence, definitely is like a great thing to have you here.
Oh, thank you. Well, ask me
Awesome.
anything.
All right. Yay. Let's go for it. Well, I did read that you started playing at the age of 16 and you're self-taught.
Yeah, for the most part. So if I fast forward a lot, now I'm in school. During the pandemic, I'm like, I should go to college. But prior to that, yeah, all self-taught. A lot of books, a lot of YouTube, a lot of seeing somebody play. Like, hey, what was that? Show me.
Mhm.
Um, uh, yeah, and I started at 16. I don't know. I guess I was really influenced by the music I was listening to. So here's the thing. I don't know if LimeWire, LimeWire,
Oh yeah, LimeWire. Wow.
right? Throwback.
Uh-huh.
So back then in my parents' house with dial up, like that was the only thing that I could get. And I would wait like 24 hours for one song. But
Mhm.
hey. Anyway, all you could get was like classic rock music. That's all that was available. Nothing new or not like any of the hip hop I was listening to. Once I just started downloading a whole library of that and just listening to all the solos. It's like, I'm gonna do that. That's what feels right. So
Oh yeah, that's cool. Like, did you have anybody in your family that was like musical or anything? Or
mm, not exactly. So the very first person I ever saw play guitar was one of my aunt's boyfriends at the time, and he came over for Christmas. Like, hey, play guitar for everybody, and that was the first person I ever saw play like a musical instrument, probably besides like piano, in front of me, and that was like, look at all the space this just created. Everybody's so quiet. Like everybody, like this is a whole power. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and once I saw that, I didn't stick with it for long because I was a kid. I was like, I'm gonna go play. But then I came back to it at 16. Yeah.
That's cool. And you say you're in school right now.
Yeah. During the pandemic, I had decided, I don't know, I guess it was my dream when I was younger. Like, I wanted to go to Berkeley. Like, for me, all the people that I had admired growing up went there. And for me, that was like, if I'm good, I'm going to go there, which obviously is neither here nor there now. But for me, it was still something that I wanted to accomplish. So yeah, I'm attending there.
I know a few people that go there or that have talked about it.
Mhm.
So is there like, are there like majors and like that you pick and you have to audition to get in there, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I had auditioned. This was back when I was living in Nashville, and so I had auditioned, and yeah, originally I wanted to do a music production major. That's what I had started
Mm.
doing. Um, so I was like, I can already play guitar and actually need something, like something on the side and give me a little money. And then once I got into that, and I just realized, like, no, I'm a guitar player, and so now I'm back to that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, and you're also gigging too at the same time too, right? You're performing live
Yeah,
and
I mean, obviously, right now,
yeah, right now,
no,
yeah.
I don't.
Well, not right now, but
We have a cat in the house. I'll sing her some songs. That's about it. But yeah, before that, yeah, I was gigging. Went through uh, playing with just artists and rappers and bands, playing in the church, and I was doing my own thing as well on the side. Um, so yeah.
I noticed on your Instagram the like kind of like amount of genres that you
Mm.
put on there video wise. Like I see some, I hear some hard rock, I hear some funk, I hear some gospel, I hear just like jazz. I mean, you definitely, your style is a range of music. I love it. So what got, I mean, was it LimeWire that, whatever you could download
Everything
or
attributed to LimeWire. This episode is sponsored by LimeWire.
I know, right.
You know what it was? If I can be super transparent, I think it's the fact that I didn't have training, and I found myself just fortunately around a lot of musicians, a lot of opportunities that were being granted to me. Um, and I think it was kind of like a lot of trial by fires on stage where it's like, Kianna, you need to figure this out right now. Um, so yeah, I think I've just opened myself up to a lot of different gigs. And for me, I've always just thought I play guitar. If I play guitar, I have to be able to play everything that's on guitar. That's still a work in progress, but that's my thinking as opposed to, I listen to R&B. I'm going to play R&B. Like, listen, you're gonna get the call for a country or a metal gig, and you're gonna have some grinding to do. So might as well do it now.
Yeah, and that's a good way of thinking too, is just kind of like be open-minded with music. And
Mhm.
I'm sure you, when you listen to this stuff or even have to learn it, you probably learn new techniques, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the most fun part. Something it's just so interesting to me, like when you learn a guitar player's solo or whatever it is, like note for note, like really nitty gritty, like where okay this note, but where did they play the E? You know what I mean? And really hearing that quality, and just feeling the pathways that they chose to feel and how that maybe their brain is routed to think about this music, and that just gives you so much. Um, Also, I'll do a thing where I'll just play to different singers, not even the music, just what they are singing, and it's crazy how you can, how much you can pull out of your notes and chords when you're trying to sound like Stevie's vocal, as opposed to, I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking in a solo, but if I'm thinking as a vocal, you know what I mean? You're just able to
Mhm.
pull different things out.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to look at it. And then like we're going to your music too. I know you have a single out called
Oh yeah,
Flowers in the Window.
yeah.
Yeah. I took a listen to that. It's on Spotify. We'll make sure we put that link
Oh,
on our show notes. But yeah, again, it's the styles of music. Do you sing as well?
I do sing. It's extra, but I sing.
You are multi-talented. Like, because so you're singing on that record and you're rapping a little bit too, right?
So actually, that's
Yeah.
a. Oh, I wish I could rap. That's actually a rapper from
Oh,
Pittsburgh. Yeah, her name's R Red, and yeah, I had gotten close to her when I was there. So yeah, she's on that single.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, I did sing. I did produce it. I did write it. So yeah.
Did you record that also like,
Mhm.
by yourself and
Yep.
cool. So how do you take your songwriting approach when you start? Because I know I see here that you collab with a lot of artists too, like in songwriting and everything.
How do I? I would say a lot of my songs come in pieces.
Hmm.
For instance, maybe I'll be sitting on something that I just noodle with every time I pick up the guitar. And then just as I go along, I'll write something and, hey, does this work? Kind of. I think of my music really as small units that it's all mine. I can move it around as long as it delivers the intention of what I'm trying to say. But sometimes it'll come as a full package. Sometimes you'll just sit down and it all comes out.
Mm.
Flowers in the Window was one of those where I was overseas and yeah, somebody had did something really nice for me and they had bought me flowers. And I don't know, it just spawned this whole thing of somebody caring and beauty and da da da. So yeah.
Mm. That's nice. That's nice. Definitely. Um, in the music, when you write your music, do you have certain like guitar tones that you want to use? Why, a certain guitar that you want to use for like stuff?
So I'm actually really minimal. I only have two guitars, and the one is just for MIDI stuff. Um, and as far as tone, I just experiment a lot. 'Cause I don't go in with any sort of like, I want to go after this. A lot of times, as far as going back to songwriting, I'll just shuffle through tones, just dun, dun, dun. Ah, here's something cool. Let's build. Um, so yeah, that's usually how I pick my tones. Just go with my heart.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Let's talk about your gear.
Sure.
I saw that you had a PRS.
I do.
Yeah.
You play as well, TRS? Is that
Yes,
your?
I do.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I have a telly behind me, but yeah, I have a couple PRSs. So I noticed that and
Hmm.
yay. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah, that's my main one. I've never thought before that I could be one of those people that just like keeps a guitar forever, but I truly do love this guitar. I don't know. And
Do you have it there?
yeah,
Yeah, let's see it.
so this is my,
Ooh,
and it's all beat up. So how could I give it away?
that's the best part.
Yeah,
Oh, that's very cool.
yeah. Thank you. That's my main one. Yeah, I love everything about it. Like I said, once you put so much energy into even just an object, it's hard to because when you get a new guitar, I mean, not to mention like actual the specs of like the frets are different or the length is different. Like you just know a thing so well.
Yeah, yeah. And as far as amps and pedals, I read that you don't really have, or really depend on those. Not really that. That's not really the right way, right
I
word to
know what
use.
you mean. Yeah, yeah. For me, I'm kind of the same way with the gear. Like I'm just so used to just having to play what's at a place that for me, I don't. It's not like Kianna's tone. This sound. It's like I'm gonna make do with what I got. What do you got?
Hmm.
Um, but what I found most useful right now are things that make me self-sufficient and things that are portable. 'Cause I think that's one thing that myself and just musicians don't think about when they're acquiring a bunch of gear. When you get the call to travel, to fly, and you can only bring so much. And so for me, I have the Roland GR55 for the MIDI on my one guitar, so I can do like my synth sounds, my piano sounds, horn lines, like the stuff in Flowers in the Window. That, and then I just have a Line 6 pod.
And you mentioned the MIDI too, which you don't really hear many, I guess, guitarists kind of use that. Um, your PRS does the MIDI tracking, or
So actually, the Fender here, let me grab that. So I have this, the pickup on it. You can see it here.
oh yeah, oh sweet.
Yep, and that's for the Roland.
Is it hooked up to a rack or does it have the built-in sounds in it?
So it's just the wire to the this pedal down here.
Oh,
Yep.
shoot. That is awesome.
So you can record as audio or MIDI, I should say. But
Do you,
yeah,
do you use that on stage a lot too? Like,
I haven't actually got to use it on stage. It has so many capabilities. Like you can route your guitar out through your amp, and you can have the synth sounds going through speakers to the house. I haven't got to do it yet, but I um, can't wait to surprise
yeah,
everybody.
I know, right? And then the keyboard players would be like, "What?"
Right? Yeah,
You could
give
play
me
like you could play like the seconds, for like the keyboard player and stuff.
yeah,
But
right.
that's actually good to have, I guess, to get hired. Like a second kind of thing to make you more, like hireable or whatever the word.
Yeah, it's funny because I haven't even thought about that. For me, it was just about recording. But
Mhm.
yeah, I'm I welcome the time that I get to bring this out and I get to add something beyond guitar.
Hmm.
So
When you do perform out, or when before the pandemic and stuff, did you perform any of like your own music, or was it mainly behind artists and in bands and?
yeah, so it's kind of been when I very first started, it was just me and my own band, my own songs, like a rock band. We put out a little project, and after that broke up, I started just singing on my own for a while, and that's when I just started getting to the sideman stuff, which kind of took over for quite a number of years, and then more recently, I got back into making singles for myself.
Mm.
So with the new music now, I haven't actually got. I don't think I've actually got. That's a lie. I'm lying. I'm lying at everybody. Sorry. I got to perform a couple at like open mic nights, like as I was just still working on them. So when they were super raw, but now a lot of them I have recorded. It's just finishing and putting out.
Oh, awesome. So we'll get to hear some new music coming out
Awesome.
soon, right?
Heck yeah.
Yay. Also, I saw a video, it had to have been a couple years ago on your page, of you playing behind like a Prince tribute band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Were you Wendy? Were
Oh
you?
yeah. Yeah. I was like a Wendy Prince hybrid. And that was a gig down in Nashville. That was my first gig that ever took me to Nashville, and that was one of my favorite gigs 'cause I love Prince.
Mm,
And for anybody, I mean, we all listen, but once you really start digging in, there's so many layers. It's crazy, and it's nothing like super difficult, but there's just so many well put together, fitting layers in his songs, and all this
mhm.
stuff is so fun to play, and people love it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's really cool. Um, for for your new music, will you have any collabs in there, like with any artists and?
Ooh, you know what? I have a collab that I'm working on with an artist, KLA.
Mm.
She's a rapper. I actually haven't got to meet her, but I've known her through social media all these years when we've talked and stuff, and I've played guitar on her tracks. So soon I'll be putting out a song with her. Um, and then I have another that's just me and my guitar. It's like a slower one. So yeah.
That's so awesome.
Thanks. I appreciate it. It'll
This
be on
has been,
LimeWire. Don't worry.
yeah, LimeWire, right? All I can remember every time you mention that, I always think of like the logo of that
Oh yeah,
green.
that little green thing.
Yeah, gosh, I remember that. It's so long ago. I'm old. No.
I mean, that's okay.
um, so the world's opening up and everything. So are any, gigs kind of like popping up? Are you getting vaccinated? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. I hope so, Lord above. But as far as gigs, yeah, so it's supposed to be a tour that hopefully will come back around. And but right now I'm gonna be doing my first amusement park gig. So that's fun. I
Okay.
have a number of friends who have done them, and because before I did a residency gig overseas, and I don't know, I have to say it's one of those things as a musician, like you can sometimes have this glamorized, idealized thing of what, gig is, what you made it, you're doing it. Listen, sometimes music isn't glamorous. It's just not. So I don't know. This is one of those gigs where it checks all the boxes and it's something new because I'm going to be singing. like main singing, like just me and another dude doing a duo. And yeah, I think at this point, especially with going so long without having gigs, I don't know, it just really makes you grateful to
Mhm.
one have something like real talk, just have something, and two, I don't know, just kind of break you down in not in a bad way, but just in the way where you're just open to taking what um, things that you normally wouldn't have, you know?
I think we all learned that through this time that we
Yeah.
had to go through, reflecting on stuff and being grateful with,
Mhm.
what you have and who you have it with. And
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, gosh, this was so great. It was so great to get to know you. And we want our listeners to get to know you more. Can you let us know like where we can follow you and see your music and even like check out that gig? It's in Chicago, right?
No, so this one's actually taking me to PA.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, that's closer to DC. That's where I'm at.
Okay, right on. All right, well, I'll see you there. But everybody can follow me, pass her the guitar at on Instagram. Um, and that's really it. You can check me out there.
Okay, yeah, yeah, definitely. Go to her Instagram, pass her,
Pass her the guitar.
pass her the guitar. That's it, like it's spelled, right?
Yep.
All right. Yep. On Instagram. So again, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. And yeah, good luck with school, right? Is it almost over? I mean, the
No, not for
semester?
me. It is a, a long battle I overtaken, but it's
Oh,
all good.
okay. Well, awesome. So, all right. Well, great. Well, it was great to talk to you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Riff Girl, what you got?